What's up, everyone? It's your girl Rossie, and you know what I'm about to say, y'all. I'm back with another amazing show, you guys. I've been following this gentleman for a long time now. Fell in love with a Christmas song that he did last year, crazy viral. I mean, this song was great. The ugly sweater Christmas song. We're gonna talk about that. It was a great song, and I fell in love with it. And we're gonna talk about that, how he feels about the success of that song, but street platinum here, you guys, legend here that I have with me. Henny Holyfield, you guys. We're going to listen to our opening music and then we'll get right into the show. Thank you guys so much for joining me, you guys. So let's get it going, guys. Hello, Henny Holyfield.
Hello. Thank you
How
for
are
the
you?
invite. I'm blessed. I feel good. Life is good.
Great. Same here. Life is great. No complaints from me. You guys, this is Henny Holyfield. He's an artist originally from San Jose. He's out of Vegas right now, you guys. And to me, this is a legend. This is what Affiliato would call street platinum right here. Classic albums. I mean, he goes way back, you guys, and still making good music. But I mean, I don't have just a hip hop artist here. I have a chef here. I have a radio host here. I mean, he's doing his thing. He just won an award. We're going to talk about that. Life's been good to you. I
Yeah.
mean,
Just
I've been seeing you.
you gotta keep at it, right? This is a marathon, not a sprint,
Yes.
right? So you gotta keep going, and the ones that don't keep going, they never I feel like live up to their full potential. So I feel like I still got work to do.
Yes. I love what you're doing. Really quick, you guys. I just have a list of some things here, some albums. Glass Half Full. Been listening to that. Love it. I love More Time. That is such a beautiful song. I think every one of us can
Near
relate
and dear
to
to my
More
heart.
Time. I mean, as soon as I heard it, of course, it took me back to my grandma, to my brother who we recently lost about 5 years ago. So that song was just perfect. If you guys follow me on Instagram. You follow Henny on Instagram. I'm sure you do. You know that I use that song as my promo song.
Mm,
I really love that song. And now I'm just listening to just the opening of the song, and it instantly hits you. And so, thank you for that. But like I said, we all can relate to More Time. You
I'm
got
glad it resonated. Thank you.
Go,
Thank you.
Grandma.
That's my heart and soul right there. Go,
That
grandma.
that
Oh man, yeah.
go,
That's
go, go
that's
Grandma. Go, Grandma. Yeah, listen. First of all, love the relationship that you have with you and your grandma. I love the fact that I saw her at the awards show with you. I love the
absolutely.
speech, that basically this was grandma's. This was her thing, if not for her, and you gave her that love. I love the fact that she's in a video with you. I mean, she's just gigging with you, and
Oh yeah.
I love that. You're very blessed, very blessed. So I love how you show love. Take an L, not invited, POS, and then we have of course classic albums, The Higher Path, Nostalgic, Clocked In. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. Henny, what got you into music? Go ahead. I got so many questions.
Man, I was in high school and I had gotten into hip hop. I wasn't really allowed to listen to hip hop like that when I was young because of the parental advisory sticker on there. Anything that had that sticker, I couldn't mess with it. But my older cousin, he introduced me to it. He kind of had started doing it, and he brought it to my attention and kind of gave me the fundamentals, and I tried it out, and it's something I enjoyed. I feel like I could definitely use it as a tool. It definitely started off as therapy for me, just a way to get my emotions and feelings out. If you talk to a lot of musicians, they'll tell you that they can express themselves musically better than they can just having a conversation with you. So it started off as just something, as an outlet for me to be able to express myself, and then just grew into so much more since then.
Right, I do. I hear that from a lot of artists. I mean, Hayla V. Shout out to Hayla V, who's doing her thing everywhere. Sone. a lot of them talk about, I mean, YG, Pharrell, they all talk about the fact that some of them, this is just poetry. It's just like you would write poetry. And then, some hear a beat, and then before you know it, you have a song, but it always starts like that, just as poetry. I know I used to write a lot of poetry in school. Listen, can't rhyme, can't sing, but I love writing poetry.
Right.
I love writing poetry though. So I do get that. This is one question I ask everyone. I want to get this out the way. Everyone has their way of creating music, whether it be, you can lay in bed at night and hear a beat, you could be in a shower. How do you go about creating, and take me through the process of bringing the song from the beginning to the end? Let's get that out the way.
I mean, sometimes I'll be the place I feel like I come up with most of my ideas is in the car. I just it's just me and the music. I feel like I hear something, idea gets sparked, and then from that, I'll start writing it to it, or I'll jot down some notes at like the red light or something, and just build upon that. But usually it starts with the beat. Or sometimes it doesn't. If I just have an idea, I'd be like, hey, that'd be a great song. And then I've got to find something, to go around it. But for the most part, it starts with the beat. I get the beat, and then I, start writing. Some people could write super fast. Don't happen like that for me all the time. Sometimes it could take a month to get a record done. It's just depends on how soon it comes. But I'm definitely a perfectionist. So I can't just jot some stuff down and be like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna scribble some stuff out every now and then and go back and no, that don't sound right. And just till I get to the point that I want it to be. And then to the studio, and I had started with, pen and pad, and vowed that I wasn't going to become like, the newer generation and be in the phone with it. But then I started losing notebooks and stuff like that. And so I was like, I understand the value. I can't lose any more of this music. I got to have a place where it's there, where no matter where I go, I'm gonna have my phone with me. And so the phone is how I write things down. And then I get in and I record it.
Right.
And I may go back and critique it after I've recorded it and fine tune it till I get it to where I want it to be.
Okay. We were talking about More Time, and like I said, everyone can relate to More Time. Can we talk a bit about that song? How you came up with it? What was behind that song when you wrote it and published it?
Man, we're gonna get deep. My father went to prison when I was 3 months old, and he didn't get out until I was 17. I feel like I was chasing a relationship with him. I talk on the phone, we do visits and stuff like that. And, I really thought that when he was released that I would get the time that I felt like I had missed out on. Well, for reasons that I'm not going to go into, you can listen to the record though and get that. But he wasn't able to stay in California and had to relocate, to like Louisiana. And I just felt like, I was always feeling like I wish we could spend some quality father-son time together. And we have moments and memories and things like that. But, it just never happened. And then, when he moved down there, he started a new family. And, I just felt like I talked less. And then, unfortunately in 2020, he passed. And so I just felt like I missed out on so much time with him. And when he passed, that was the emotion I was feeling. It poured out of me. I cried when I wrote that record. And it just, it was just what I felt. It was, how do I commemorate your memory? I just, think about all the times that we shared together. But at the same time, like, I feel like I was kind of robbed of the time that I feel like we were supposed to have together. So that is, the meaning behind that record. And a lot of people come from broken homes and just different relationships that they wish that they were able to spend more time. And you never, and not even just, because of my relationship, but you just never know how much time you have with somebody and then they're gone. And then you reminisce what you could have, would have, should have said, and so that was going through. And even though, the situation was what it was, I always, at first I had this feeling like, well, could I have done more to make sure that we had more time? And so I kind of felt guilty for a second. And so I was battling that, but this is the way it came out in song form.
You know, I have to say, I'm happy you brought that up, because when I listened to this song, did the same thing. Like you said, you know, you listen to the song, who's not going to reminisce? That's the song. Okay. And when I heard it, I thought those things, because like I said, we lost my brother. You know, it was 4 of us girls and my brother and my mom. So my brother was like, you know, we looked up to him. He was the guy of the house. But with my brother, you know, he passed suddenly. It just happened. And I remember at the time he was going through a lot, and our relationship was, it's not where it should have been. You know, I was living in Sac, he was living in Vegas. And, you know,
Crazy.
when I was listening to that, I mean, I was thinking to myself those things, like, and every day I go through, there's not a day that doesn't pass by that you think about, what if I would have done this?
Right.
What if I would have done that? What if I would have been there for whatever? What ifs? And you go through a lot of that. And so, you know, me listening to your song, to that song more time throughout the day, you know, of just sitting back, and I remember someone was sitting by me on the couch today saying, where are you at? You know, and I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking about some things, you know. So I do appreciate you sharing that, you know. I appreciate that. And, you know, with my dad, you know, he died, gosh, years ago. And and you go through that because we were kids at the time that he died. So it's also, you know, the last time you saw him, the last time you said, you know, I love you. So I appreciate that. And what I love about your music is you have an array of music. You know, I went from that to, you know, what was the song? I went from that to, you know, now I'm popping and dancing and
Right.
you know, so I love that, you know. And then you go through another song where, you know, I went from that to Go Grandma, you know, and we'll talk about that. I went to that, watched the video, and then, you know, your spirits are lifted, you know. And not that it's a bad thing that when you listen to more time that you're reflecting, it's good memories as well, but still, you still have that moment where it's like, damn, you know, what could I have done differently, or what could I have said? But Go Grandma, tell me about your grandma and how she influenced you in your career, because I see that she is someone that is very close to your heart, and when it comes to your music as well.
Man, my grandma's an amazing woman. Oh man, she motivates me so much. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take it back to just talking about my musical upbringing. My grandfather, rest his soul, he was a doo-wop singer. And so some of my early musical introduction was singing karaoke with my grandfather, you know, and, you know, my grandmother just enjoying it, supporting us, you know what I'm saying? And so fast forward, you know, as I got older and just really got into music, my grandmother's just always supported my music, you know, and no matter, you know, whatever, you know, if there's some profanity or whatever, she was able to hear past that and just hear the, you know, just the talent and, you know, my drive and desire to pursue this. And she supported me wholeheartedly. And so, 2022, I moved to Las Vegas because, my grandfather had a stroke, and my grandmother was taking care of him all by herself, and really didn't want anybody else from the outside to come in and help her. She, you know, and I had already traveled back and forth, and it just made more sense for me to move here and to help her. And so, unfortunately, my grandfather passed later on that year, and you know, our relationship just got that much stronger because I just wanted to make sure that I was there for her and let her know that she still had a reason to live. She still had people here that loved her. Me and my kids are here, you know what I'm saying? And we,
Nice.
you know, just want to make sure that her spirits stay somewhat lifted. And so
Yes.
just got out, you know, and doing a whole lot of things. Oh man, the memories that me and grandma have made since I've been in Vegas are amazing. We on our road trip to this award show the other day, we just got talking about just all of the things we've done together, and it's been beautiful. But she reached out and she told me that, you know, she wanted a song, and she said it, you know, and I was like, okay, I got you, you know what I'm saying? And time went by, and I kind of procrastinated on getting the song, you know. And she was like, she had stopped thinking about it. And then one day she came to me and I was like, I need the perfect beat to it, and so we had went over some beats and she picked out some stuff that she enjoyed. And she said that she wanted a record. She didn't want a grandma record that was somber.
Okay.
Where she wants to, she said her feet still work. She can still dance. She wants something lively that she can dance to.
Okay.
And so, like I said, we had some beats in mind, but I got a million things going on, so I didn't make it a priority. And one day she said, well, I've pretty much given up on my song, and I'll probably be, it'll probably be after I'm gone when I finally happens. But if you do make it, here's, a picture that I wouldn't mind you using. And that hit me in my heart. I was like, you gave up on your song. Damn, I feel like I failed you. What do you mean you gave up on it? No, that's not okay. And I went home and I wrote it that night, and I put it together and reached out to a good friend of mine who had been meaning to collaborate, Aaron Lee, and we made the song. And I just wanted her to be proud of it. I just wanted it to be something that she could enjoy, feel good about every time she heard it. And then, we put it out and the people were like, yo,
yes,
you got something special right here. Like, this is something that, hasn't been done. A lot of the grandma songs online are, I miss my grandma.
Yeah.
Celebrating them while they're still here. Not upbeat and, mine is. And so it just kind of took off. And then she was like, well, let's promote it, and so we promoted it. And, she's hit so many stages. We've performed in Kansas City, and
really
Washington. She just performed with me at the awards that we just went to. Just everywhere I've gone. If she's willing to come with me to a show that I've got, I'm performing Go Grandma, and she's getting on stage and she's dancing the whole time I'm performing. Like, it's an amazing feeling to have her up there with me. The look in people's eyes when they see, he brought his grandma on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the connection we have. They can see it, and it just feels good to be able to celebrate her like she deserves.
How did she feel about the music video when you shot the music video? Like, was she excited about that? Because I love you two walking down the street, y'all dressed. I mean, y'all are grandma is doing her thing. I love the video. Was this something like you're like, okay, I got the song done. We're definitely going to get the video done. How long did you shoot the video after the song was already done?
It might have been probably a couple months, maybe 3 to 6 months. I want to say, but I told her about it. I was like, we got to do a video, right? The song it's doing some good work out here. Let's do a video. And she was like, all right, well, let's make sure we coordinate it. You know what I'm saying? We had to go and make sure that we look good in the video. Had a good friend of mine, Jay Synth, shoot it, and his availability and just willingness to follow us around and capture, a day in the life of what we usually do was just it was just amazing. And it came out and it's special. It came out special, and that helped promote the record that much more. And now I can look at it and smile, and it's a memory that I'll have forever.
Right. From the beginning of your music career, how much has your sound changed?
Oh man.
Yeah, right.
Since I was this guy right here. So that's originally I'm Hennessy, that's how I came out. Obvious reasons. And when I came out, right. I was kind of sore. And when I came out, like I said, I was, venting, I was fighting demons and things of that nature. So I didn't really care as much about the way I was being portrayed. It was just me. This is me. You're gonna get it raw and uncut. If you like it, cool. If not, then you can tune into something else. And so over time, as I got older, started having kids, and just thinking about this message that I'm putting out here, and just certain venues, like I would do all ages venues, and they'd be like, well, we can't put Hennessy on the bill. You got a variation of it, and so I'd have to, shorten it and things like that. But the thing that made me change and really I feel like it changed my sound a lot. I feel like my sound was changing over the years. I would dabble. I did some rock collaborations. I did some jazz, and I started to gain my my older crowd, the folks that were just like, you know, I was making music that was appealing to people who didn't care for hip hop. And I felt like that was powerful. It was like, yeah, I don't usually listen to all that hippity hop rap stuff, you know what I'm saying? But this right here, I can get behind this, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that's a power right there. Let me not push that to the side. Let me get out of my whatever I want to create. Let me continue to build on that and appeal to that crowd. And so as my music continues to evolve, COVID happened. And I had gotten so far into my radio stuff that I kind of slept on my music, and I would put out music here and there. I'm still active, but it wasn't like I am now. And I went online to my Spotify and I looked up my name, Hennessy, and the top 5 slots were it was an EDM artist named Hennessy. None of the songs that were in my top 5 belonged to me. And I was like, well, how's that? And it's just got to be because this is, you know, there's 500,000 rappers, I'm sure, all through the country named Hennessy. It's a popular thing, you know what I'm saying? So not even just hip hop, EDM, wherever you're at. And so I was like, well, I don't like that. I don't feel like I stand out. And I was in the process of doing a project with my cousin, and it was going to be Henny Holyfield because he had rebranded himself for the same reason, because he had a bunch of people that had his name as well. And so I came up with the Henny Holyfield for the album purpose. And then I just started to think about it, and I was like, you know, I kind of like that. And maybe that's where I go from here. And it had been 10 years since I had put out a solo album. I was like, well, if I come back out and I hit these people with the solo album, I'm going to come out the gate with, you know, new. And I'm going to show how much growth that I've made over the year. And that's where Clocked In was born. And of course, you can still hear some of, you know, my old ways and tendencies on there.
Yeah, I listen to it.
You know, then the win comes out, you know what I'm saying? And that was a defining moment right there in my career. That was like, hey, this is a part of who I am. I've become this person who is just providing motivation to people. Why not continue to do that? Why not put out music that inspires people, that makes them, uplifts them, get when they're in a dark place, you know what I'm saying? And from there, I just continue to just build on that. And
I love that.
Music for the soul. You can anybody can make a music that you can dance to and that you're gonna jam for a second. But if you hit somebody right here, oh man, it's timeless. It's priceless. And you have a fan, a supporter for life. They remember that. They remember how you made them feel.
Right here. Absolutely. Absolute fan. You know, speaking about that though, is it like that? Is it like the Eddie Murphy syndrome where I just did a show, you know, seriously, you know, I just did a show. We just celebrated Eddie Murphy. And you know how, you know, when he was young, he came out, he had Raw, he had Delirious, he was doing that. And then our 90s Eddie Murphy kind of switched and he started having kids. Remember, he didn't want to curse anymore. He didn't want to kind of do stand-up anymore.
Dr. Doolittle came about, the Haunted Mansion, all of those.
There you go. You know, doing, you know, voices for Shrek, you know, all of that stuff because he had kids. Do you relate to him saying, you know,
absolutely.
You know,
absolutely. That's a big part of why I wanted to change my sound. You know, I was never just super vulgar. But you know, I expressed myself the way that I felt like I needed to. Once I knew that my children were tuning in, and not so much my son, but my girls. Right. I got 2 babies. I got a 5-year-old and I got an 8-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Okay. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
And my son is 18 now, you know, so, and he don't necessarily listen to my music like that anyway, you know what I'm saying? But still though, when he wants to, and more so my girls, when they're, you know, excited about the things that I'm doing, I want them to be able to go on and listen to my catalog and me not to be like, oh, hold up, can't listen to that one. And they don't really go far back anyway, so they won't hear, you know, the stuff that I've made, you know, in the past that they probably shouldn't be listening to. But it means a lot that they listen to me, that they enjoy what I do. So why not give them something that they can enjoy without censoring it? And I definitely take it into mind when I'm making music now, how it's going to appeal to my children.
Right. But you still embrace that old Hennessy. I mean, do you know, embrace as far as, you know what I mean? Like that's still you, that's that's what got you on. That was a sound that you had. Or do you, you know what I mean? You don't totally disassociate when someone who does listen to Clocked In or a lot of your old stuff and love it, you know, you're good with that still, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I
It's
mean?
more like before that, like Top Shelf. Like if you go back to
Okay.
my first album, Top Shelf, oh,
Right.
I was partying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it, you know, it comes through. But it's still a chapter in my story. In order for you to know where I'm going, you got to know where I've been. So I would
Yes.
never stray away from what I've done in the past because it helped create who you see sitting in front of you today.
Right.
And although I make uplifting, positive family records,
You do.
I
Good.
still like to party every now and then.
Yeah.
I ain't gone yet, you know what I'm saying? So you still gonna hear that in the music. I
Right.
still make records I party to. I still like to, you know, indulge here and there. And I'm not,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm still working on myself. And so that's the difference. I still make those kind of records, but now I make records reflecting on those choices that I make and you know, just kind of be more conscious about what I'm doing and what I'm saying when I'm saying it, so that people don't just look at me as a drunk. You know, they don't associate me. That was my main focus. I want to separate myself from this bottle that has been attached to my name. Right?
No,
Still,
your music is really good. I mean, I'm listening to, you know, I listen to the old stuff. I love the old stuff. I love that music. But, you know, I've listened to what you have out now, you know, some of the songs that I shared, you know, your music is very uplifting. But the beats are good. It's good. It's good music. So I do appreciate that. You're very talented, and we're going to get into that. And another thing I want to mention is I love the fact on your IG page, you know, it's performance artist. And that hit me because I wanted to make sure that, you know, I really listened to your music and understood performance artists, because like you said, you have people who didn't listen to or don't care for hip hop and said, but I like your music, you know, so I see that you are a performance artist, you know.
as opposed to
But
just a rapper.
Exactly. So I like that. I paid attention to that and made sure that I let my editor know, you know, I don't want it to be the hip hop artist, you know, Henny Holyfield. I wanted to make sure on the IG that it's, you know, he's a performance artist. And so, which you are, but your other things, because I want to talk about Top Shelf Radio. You have this whole other world that's going on. I did not know about it. I see that, and I'm like looking at your links, and I'm like, what? So of course I go, I subscribe, I catch that first show, and I'm just like blown away because, you know, like you're just so much more than just an artist. I mean, you have many forms of creativity. Let's talk about the show 360. Let's see, 360 Network.
Yeah, Top Shelf Radio.
Yes, Top Shelf Radio on the 360 Network. Let me get my stuff down. It's a good thing. Shout out to Dodie Unknown. I'm coming for you. And that's the first episode I watched was that live, and it was just like the opening of the show. I mean, it's like the people and the audience, the comments, like everyone was excited. I'm excited. I normally don't comment on shows, but I'm in there like it's a whole situation. It's like a party.
Top Shelf Universe.
Yes, tell the Clubhouse about Top Shelf Radio.
Top Shelf Radio, man. In 2015. Before that, shout out to my brother Dirk Dig. We were kind of on a run, and we were just, you know, we were performing all the time. We were just active in the community, just, you know, trying to make our mark. And my good friend Mickey Tilts and DJ Eddie Z, their positions in the community were Mickey Tilts was the host, Eddie Z was the DJ. They took that and turned it into a radio podcast. And I want to say they started in Sacramento, and then they moved and they went to like San Francisco City College. And so they invited me and Dirk out there, and we did an interview, and the energy was amazing. And we was just, you know, it was really our first time together, like on an interview like that. And we just had a lot of fun. And so next thing I know, they had moved back to Sacramento, and they were like, hey, we're going to start this up here. And we feel like you and Dirk would be great hosts. And I was like, okay. I ain't never really thought of doing nothing like that. You know, personally, I don't like to host. I may seem like I like to talk and I got a lot going on, as far a lot to talk about, but to sit in front of somebody and to have to keep you entertained was
Right.
not something that I thought about doing. But when he brought it to me, I thought about my peers. I thought about the things that, we don't have a platform that allows us to just come on, be ourselves and promote ourselves. You know what I'm saying? In addition to that, I need a platform for myself to promote myself. So thought about it. Me and Dirk ended up doing it. We had the Cali Boys radio show, and we did that for a few years. Things didn't work out on that end. Me and Dirk decided he no longer wanted to do it. He wanted to go and do other things in life. And so I felt like I was already invested at that point. I was like, well, this feels like something I'm supposed to be doing now. At first, I didn't feel like it was. Now I can't drop this. And so let's do my own show. Top Shelf Radio was born. I think that's like 2017, 2018. Wow. And it just continued to grow. And I've gone through so many co-hosts, just trying to find the perfect chemistry. Because again, it's hard for me to continue to keep you entertained by myself. But if I have somebody to bounce off of, then it just makes things that much easier. And so I've gone through, I want to say at least 6-7 different co-hosts. Really? Yeah, a lot. A lot. At one point, we had a panel of 4. There was 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so just for whatever reason, people have lives and things going on, and then you don't necessarily gel with everybody. Right. I have ideas of what I want the show to be. They have ideas, and they don't always meet in the middle. So Doe came on my show one day, and I was just talking about it to him, and me and Doe had already been friends for quite some time, and I just love Doe's energy in general. And I was telling him about, all the co-hosts, and I was like, here I am. He was like, well, I'll do it. And I was like, yeah, that could work. And oh man, I've got so much love for that dude right there, because he really takes it seriously. And not to say that my previous people haven't, but he edits our shows. He did all the, the comedy skits and things of that nature. A lot of that is his idea. It's something that he's always wanted to do and just never had the opportunity to do it. And so we give each other a hard time just already as it is. So to be on camera and just to, bring that to the people's eyes, it's just, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of fun on there. And I've been rocking with Doe for at least, I want to say almost 3 years now. Okay. Maybe longer than that, because I've been in Vegas for 3, so it's been almost 5.
Okay. Wow. Well, it's a fun show. It's a great show. Like I said, a lot of energy. The audience is hyped for it. I mean, everyone's waiting for the show to get started. I love the intro music. But tell them, so what is it that, tell us what is it that you guys do? You bring people on? Is it interview, or is it let us know? And just in case, go ahead. I'll ask you.
The main point of the show is to showcase the community, the culture, the underground, the independent. That's what we're there to do. We're there to shine light on these artists who you may have never heard of. And it's crazy. People like, where are they from? They're from right here in your city. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should. Let's get familiar with what's going on in the city, and let's shine some light on these people, because they're extremely talented. So many talented people in Sacramento. Sacramento is a hub for talent, and oh man, and that's why I've been able to do the show for 10 years and still have new guests. It's because there's a plethora of talent there. But that's the main focus, is to shine light on them, to showcase their journey and also their music as well. But also, Doe is an artist as well, and so am I. And so, in the beginning, I got away from, I was more focused on showcasing these artists and stuff. And when Doe came along, he was kind of like, man, we about to play some of our music. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we're gonna have some shows where we just play our music and nobody else's music. And he said, it's okay to be selfish, because you've given so much to the community. You should continue to showcase what it is that you do at the same time. And so, yeah, we showcase them, we showcase us. It's not just artists, anybody that does something in the community, from videographer to all the different elements of, what goes into making music or video or things like that, or just entrepreneurs in general. We just want to showcase that, and we want to have a good time doing it. This ain't, we tell people this ain't CNN, this ain't no serious down. You ain't got to be nervous like that. We're two regular dudes in there having a good time. We're not going to grill you. We're not going to ask you any uncomfortable questions. We want to talk to you about what you want to showcase, and we're going to laugh, and we're going to, have a good time while doing it.
Right. A great host. I can't wait to interview Dodie Unknown. I've listened to his music. I actually discovered him on Look Cypher. Where I understand you are going to partake in the Look Cypher.
I did already.
Did you already do it?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. When Sav came on the show, we were talking about artists that we follow and what we look for and what he looks for and all of that. And I'm naming him some people that I think would be great. And then I end up, interviewing you now. But seeing your music now, never mentioned it to Sav. When you said I'm going to be on the Cypher, I was like, well, yeah, I would hope so, because a lot of the music, a lot of your reels that you put up is just you. I don't know if you're just freestyling. I believe that you're freestyling, but you're perfect for Cypher. You're not
They're songs. They're pieces of songs, but I rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, really,
right.
I'm gonna give you some meaning, but I'm a MC, I'm a lyricist. That's how I started, you know what I'm saying? So I would never stray away from that, even in the midst of all these messages that I'm giving you. I'm still going to give you some bars. I still really know how to rap and then pride myself in that. So I enjoy doing things of that nature, so that the people tuned in and have only heard Go Grandma and More Time know that that's not all it is. Hold on, I could really rap too,
Yeah, and you guys will be able to check out Henny Holyfield's his Instagram. Everything's in the description of the video. Link up with them, go check them out. You'll understand, you'll get it, you'll see. I can't wait to see you on the Look Cypher. I know you're going to kill it, because you are a lyricist. Like I said, been following you,
and I came on there.
I know you're going to kill it.
I had to, because I was just like, man, I ain't done a Cypher in a while. Let me come in here and talk my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just felt,
I can't wait to see it. How did it go though? Did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, it was a great experience. Very, very hospitable. They fed us, you know what I'm saying? We sat down and did an interview. I already had a relationship with Sav, because we brought them on our show. We have an episode with the Look Cypher where we showcase what they did. And Doe actually hosted one of their events as well. And we participated in some judging too. We did like a Zoom where we got to judge all of the people that were in the
really? Cypher. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's okay. All right. So
we've been connected for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he was, just because I'm out here and I'm only out there at a certain time, and their ciphers take place at a certain time, he's been trying to get me in. And so he was like, man, you tell me what date we got open. I got the next 3 months on the table. Tell me something that works for you. And I was like, well, I'll be here around this time. He's like, there it is right there. That's gonna happen. So he's been very just willing to have me a part of it, just because we built a relationship over time.
Nice. I love that. Okay, I want to ask you about the award. Let's talk about that, and then I want to talk about the Christmas song, because I know that you have another one coming up. Then I'm going to leave you to leave out the show and do your thing. Tell us about the award. Tell the audience.
Oh man, Go Grandma, man! Like I said, who would have known that it would reach the amount of success that it has?
Wow.
The Central Valley Music Awards is where we recently went, and I was nominated in 3 categories: best collaboration, best hip hop song, best song. And so, I told Grandma about it, and she's like, well, we got to go, and we went up there just so we could be there in person, just in case we won an award. And, good event. And, even got a chance to perform Go Grandma. But I feel like when I got there, one of the guys that helped throw the event was like, man, I just want to tell you that I just really love that song. It means a lot to me. I can't wait for you to get on stage and inspire me with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to your grandma. And I just feel like it just really resonated with them. And it definitely didn't sound like any of the other music throughout the ceremony. So it stood out. And yeah, we brought home the award for best hip hop song. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Man, it was a beautiful feeling just to get it to not only to get it, man, forget about how I feel about it. To have my grandmother there, to see, for her to know that we've been nominated for 3 awards for this record, and then to go in there, perform it, and win one and take it home. What more can you ask for? You know?
For real. No, absolutely. Congratulations. And listen, to the fact that she was getting on you about that and telling you, are we going to do this? Are we going to? And then you did it. And then grandma got us an award. You know what I mean? Like you created something great.
My grandmother's 88 years old, right? So she's just, she's like, I don't know what the future holds. Like, if you're going to make me a song then.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
And and it's a hit.
Oh man, I did.
It's a hit. Congrats on
that. That's a bonus. That's just a bonus.
Yes.
None of it means more than her acceptance, her appreciation for it. As long as I made her proud, everybody else in the world is just extra. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
But I'm thankful for the success that is.
Absolutely. Yes. Congrats on the song. You guys can go and check out Go Grandma as well. Okay.
Check out the video, man. Grandma on there. We got the matching fits, and we in the casino. It's a beautiful celebration of my grandmother.
Congratulations. Absolutely. And you make sure you let her know much love from Rossie's Clubhouse from me. Like, absolutely. I love the video. Loved her spirit, loved her holding the award, smiling, just proud. Okay. Henny had a Christmas song. It went crazy viral last year. It's an absolute hit. I remember when the song came out. I remember when you posted it, listened to it, and then went and hit the link, went to the YouTube channel, watched the video. You did a great job. What a great song for the Christmas season. Tell us about the Ugly Sweater. Tell us the name of the song, because I'm going to chop it.
It's called the Ugly Sweater Song.
The Ugly Sweater Song. Okay.
And I can't take the credit. I brought the beat. I got the production, but the idea comes from Doe.
Really?
We sat down and I was like, man, let's make a Christmas song, man. Mariah Carey get no less than $1 million every year from All I Want for Christmas. No less. Like, money, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to Christmas songs outside of the traditional Christmas songs, that is the standard right there. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see what that feel like. Give me a couple $1,000s every year. You know what I'm saying? I'll be okay with that. And we vibed and we made the record, and just started kind of shopping it around. And I was like, man, this might be something. I was sending it to people that was like, I don't even really like Christmas music like that, but I kind of like this. It's got a ring to it. And so shout out to my videographer and good friend Bub the SOP. He helped bring it to life. And all of my friends that were in the video, like, I have a lot of people that just came out and showed up and just were willing to be a part of it. We all got our ugly sweaters on, and we saw it as something that, people have ugly sweater parties every year. And so this is something that we feel like can, be a part of the Christmas holiday, and something we could do every year. And originally we were like, well, let's do a whole project, but one song at a time. So hopefully me and Doe can get together and do another one before the holiday season this year. But if not, then you're going to hear the ugly sweater song all through the holiday season one more time.
Yes. Yeah, I will be posting that during Christmas time. It was just a great song. The video was great. I mean, it was like a radio Christmas song, you know what I mean? And now I expect for it to be played every year until you come out with another one. I really appreciate you. I can talk to you for absolutely. I have questions, and I just put the papers to the side and was like, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like, no, I appreciate it.
I enjoy being on this side of the camera. I enjoy talking about things that, I have going on. I've done 10 years of interviewing people, and I enjoy interviewing people, but I do like talking about, the things I got going on as well. And especially when I have somebody who is genuinely interested in what I've got going on. So I appreciate you for, tuning in and checking out and all the research and knowing my catalog like that means the world to me.
Of course, absolutely. I absolutely appreciate you. It's been great to meet you. This is your time. Shout outs, all that stuff. I'm gonna be quiet. Do your thing.
Shout out to my family, my wife, my children. Continuously provide me motivation, give me a reason to continue to just go out and do the best that I can, and leave a legacy behind for them. Shout out to my grandmother, man. My grandmother is so instrumental in my success and a lot of the things that since the rebrand and just before then, since a kid, like my grandmother's always just fed me encouragement. And if it wasn't for her, I can't say that I'd be as motivated as have as many things going on, because she pushes me to excel and continuously, and still to this day. Shout out to my team. I've been in a lot of groups, but I have a team. Skylit Music, man. Shout out to Colt 45, Kinda Odd, Scourge, Bub the SOP, Apollo, you know what I'm saying? And then all of the people that are, extended family of Skylit. They definitely have helped with, a lot of the things that I have going on. And I want to, salute them as much as I can. Skylitmusic.com. Please go and log on. We've got merch. We've got all of our music and stuff on there. Shout out to my brother Doe, man, because Doe is one of my best friends, and just, he continuously motivates me, and, we motivate each other, as well as, the rest of my family. Shout out to my cousin, Alizé, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to just everybody that's been involved. There's so many people that I know that have believed in me, have supported me for the longevity of how long I've been doing this. There's way too many to name off, but if you've ever just reached out, sent me a message, did a like, a comment, a subscribe, a follow, a share, anything of that nature, if you've done that, man, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you, because it just makes me feel like, I'm doing something right. I feel like I'm walking in my purpose, and just shout out to you. Shout out to the podcast community and the radio community and everybody that has showcased me and allowed me to get on and tell my story. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for your platform and every other platform that's allowed me to do so. And just shout out to God, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
And,
oh gosh.
I can't forget about that, because all things are possible. But I just, I'm thankful, man. I'm so thankful for the people I'm surrounded by. I'm so thankful for all the opportunities that have came my way. And I just, want to continue to do it until I can't no more,
I know that's right. I know that's right. Guys, thank you so much, you guys. And don't go anywhere. Stay right there, Henny, when I close the show.
Top Shelf Radio, every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. On the 360 Radio on YouTube. Please go watch the show, tune in, check it out, come laugh with us, join the universe. We interview folks too, so any artists interested, man, reach out, and we would love to have you on the show.
Nice. And you guys will definitely be able to link up to Top Shelf Radio, his Instagram, all of his links. You'll be able to hook up and follow Henny on his journey and life, just music, everything, you guys. And check out Top Shelf Radio. It is really a good time. Go join. And on your, what did you say, Tuesday nights? What nights again? Shout that out again.
Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Show is about an hour long. We have a good time in there, man. You're going to feel like family if you come in there and join us in the chat. So
there you go.
Please, the more the merrier.
Hard day, work, get home, Top Shelf Radio, go laugh, enjoy yourself, have a really good time.
You're going to be in a real good, you ain't even going to think about all that other stuff that went on during the rest of your day. You're going to have a better feeling about yourself. So, yeah.
I felt like I entered a party when I went there for the first time and hit the link. I really did felt like I hit a party. I couldn't wait for the show. So it does have party vibes. You guys, to those that listen to Rossie's Clubhouse, thank you so much. Those on Good Pods, thank you, Good Pods. I appreciate you making Rossie's Clubhouse #1 out of top 100, number 22 a couple of weeks ago out of top 100 shows. And just, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. To you listen, wherever you guys listen to me at, thank you very much. And to those that join me and enjoy the show, we really do appreciate you. John DeGregorio, my producer, my editor, helps direct. Thank you so much, John. I absolutely appreciate you. You guys can also check me out on Movie Lovers Unite. That should be in the link of the video. If you like movies, you like good reviews, even interviews with some actors, please go check that out. Check out my interview on here with Matt Barnes. Check out Matt Barnes' interview. You guys should be able to go and check out Black Mark. I'm sure it's out. Matt Barnes won #1 reward at the Holly Shorts Film Festival for Best Sports Documentary, Black Mark. Check it out. And you can check out that interview. You guys, we just celebrated the legend of Eddie Murphy. You can watch Richard Pryor legacy on Rossie's Clubhouse. And also, I still have coming this month, for the month of music in July, I have the beautiful Alicia Marie. Okay, she will be joining me at the end of the month. We're going to leave our summer of July listening to Alicia Marie. I cannot wait for you guys to check her out. Beautiful, amazing singer, absolutely amazing. Looking forward to meeting you. You guys check out the Soné interview that dropped, and I am going to be reacting to one of Soné's videos. Okay, Rossie Reacts. So you guys will be able to check that out Wednesday night. Thank you to Look Cypher, Affiliado, Yums Awkward, Hayla V, Ethan Eskilson, Trevor Harris, all of those that have helped make Rossie's Clubhouse what it is today. I absolutely appreciate you. And also, of course, Chiller Tribe Mosey. Mosey, thank you so much for just lending me a hand and giving Rossie's Clubhouse an outro. So you guys go and check out Chiller Tribe Mosey's new album, Villain. Okay, Mosey, thank you so much.